Hi everybody, it's me, Charles Norman, Sports Solutions LLC, the creators of Athletic SOS. I've been telling you guys, as long as I've been out here, that it isn't the best players that get the athletic scholarships, it's the best position players that get the athletic scholarship. And I don't mean position by what position you play on the field or on the court or on the team. What I'm talking about is, are you best prepared versus everyone else? Have you put something together to put yourself above and give yourself an advantage over your competitors? All these kids are trying to get these scholarships, and they're all trying to get them normally at most of the same schools. But most people just want an athletic scholarship, but very few actually get offered one because they're not in position to be offered a scholarship. You have to be offered the scholarship. You don't just get it because you're a good player. So we're in the spring. It's the weekend of the Super Bowl. Happy Valentine's Day coming up soon for you guys that celebrate that. And I hope most of you have an opportunity to do that. But we're going to talk now about the springtime. And this is a crucial time for you if you're an athlete, because you're setting yourself up for the summer, which sets you up for next year's season for your high school. And so there's this pecking order that you want to do, and you want to get this right. And I do know, yes, there are spring sports. I understand you baseball players, swimming and diving, golf. There's a plethora of sports that you're participating in, and you guys should be doing what I'm talking about now before in the fall and the winter. You guys should have been preparing. But for the fall and the winter athletes, you guys, the springtime is your time. And so we want to talk about a few different things here. As you're moving forward, one of the things that you want to do in the springtime is find out what you're going to be doing moving forward, and you want to get noticed right now. Now, if you guys have been doing this right, you're either going to be going for a travel club program, you're trying to find about some combines or showcases, or some place or viewing tournaments that are coming up in the spring, so that you can set yourself up for these coaches to come and take a preliminary look if they don't know about you, or to follow up if they do know about you, and so that they can position themselves for, I want to know more about that kid. I'm going to put them on my schedule for the summer to kind of follow around. I'm going to get my recruiting coach, or I'm going to get somebody else, a scout that I know in that area, to pay attention to them. I would say right now is whatever events you're thinking of being a part of coming up in this spring, make sure that they are offering some sort of streaming service if you're going to be participating. You have to get seen. Exposure is huge right now because you're trying to get set up. That's the first thing you want to do. And so you're trying to find out if you're playing a sport where there are travel club programs, you want to figure out which travel club program you want to be connected with. And so for the current seniors, you guys are kind of out of the picture on that. I did an unsigned senior video last week. Go take a look at that if you want to know what you should be doing. But we're talking now, if you're a junior, 11th grader, this is your big year, right? You're making your big splash here, your big push. So if you're going to be doing a travel club, or you're doing 7-on-7, or you're doing whatever it is your event is, you're trying to find events where you can go and compete, and you want to compete against other college level kids. That's one of the first mistakes I see a lot of families make, is that you're going to go out here and you're going to be in these events, but you're just better than everybody else out there. The colleges want to see you. The coaches want to see you compete against kids at the level you think you can participate at the collegiate level, right? So you want to make sure you're doing that. Now, here's the other mistake I watch this. My daughter played basketball, and I watch this over and over again. I watch people come through these club programs, and they just get connected to that club program more than they get connected to what their kid needs. So a lot of these club programs have multiple levels, right? They have their top team, and then they have that team that's right behind, that's kind of up and coming, ready to move into that top team. And then they have this third layer, fourth layer, fifth layer, and they can go all the way down depending on the size of the club. And the training's fine, and there's that companionship. You've got all your friends there. I usually see the parents get connected with each other more than anything else, and everybody's scared to pull away. But at some point, you got to know what position is your kid going to play at the collegiate level, because they need to start playing that position now in the spring. So if you're going to go to pick a club team, or you're going to go connect with some organization, then you need to make sure you're going to be able to play the position that you were maybe not able to play in high school because you're the better athlete there. But now you need to be playing that position. So you need to ask them, hey, I need my kid to play this position. Is that available? If it's not available, maybe we look around, and maybe you don't have that many choices and you do what you have to do. If you don't have the choice, go ahead and join that club team. And as long as they're going to play at the high level, and then go get a trainer to train you on your specific position. But if you're going to get the trainer, and I always recommend that you do, if you're going to get a trainer, you're going to find a trainer that can train your kid to play the way your kid plays. And this is the other huge misconception. Yes, you can get trained. Yes, there's a special way to play. There's techniques, all this cool stuff for how you're supposed to play a particular sport. But if your kid doesn't fit that mold, that they move a different way, that their body type, whatever it is going on, if you get a trainer that trains the way the trainer played or the way the trainer has found success, you get a lot of trainers that have trained some really great kids that went on to do great things. But they've also trained some kids, and I don't care who the trainer is for the most part, they've also trained some kids that didn't go anywhere. And it's because they have a way of training that fits their style, their thought, their ideology. And so if they're training that kid that way and that kid gets it, then that kid may do really, really well. And if that kid is just super talented and what they're teaching fits them, they're going to do really well. So you want to make sure if you're picking a trainer, go, what do you see here? And then one of the ways you can find out what kind of player you are, what kind of movements, what you need to be learning how to do for your body type, your style, the way you move, your thought process, all of that, go find somebody that's in the pros. Particularly, you can look at all-star games, you can look at all-pro games, you can look at the people that got to the top of the top Olympians. Look for them. Look for somebody that moves and looks and does things the way you do it. There is someone who got to the top of the line that plays just like you. They just do it better. And so you can see then and go, hey, I think I move this way. I got my own stuff here, but this is the person I feel like I can watch them and see me. That's what you're trying to do. Okay, so that's the other thing you want to do. You want to start working and finding a trainer to help you with those things. So you're just trying to get yourself in position now to say, when I get to the summer, here's a little taste of me, because it's only springtime, right? You can't go all the way in. You're still in school. But in the summer, you're ready to break out. And now you're going to really show off. So you're getting positioned now to be part of whatever you're going to be doing. And if you're in an individual sport, that training is going to be huge again, but you still want to be part of some organization that has moved kids onto college playing ability. So you still want to do those things. So you're just trying to find events that you're going to be attending that have that level. And some of them are going to be camps. You might want to find some camps that are going to help you hone in on, especially if you're really good athletically already, you've already got the game down. Now you want to be thinking a little bit more. What kind of camp can you go to learn those little bitty secrets about how to position yourself, how to see something that you didn't see before? I always say this to you guys all the time. What do you see that no one else sees? And that's what certain camps do. You got to find those camps. I just knew for basketball, it's PGC basketball. That for me was an easy win for me. I saw the difference between my daughter from that camp, and she's gone to a bunch of camps where she's technically good. We've taken her to shooting camps, back then, and all these different things. But that camp, she came out a different player. And so that's what you're actually looking for. And you're just going to have to ask around. I don't know every sport. I wish I did, but I can't even tell you guys where to go. Okay. So we've got all of that stuff going on, right? We're gonna put ourselves in position to be set up for when I get to the summer, I'm ready to go. These schools are looking for me. Now, this brings us into Athletic SOS. And I know, yes, it's my software, but the whole software is based on one concept is that you want to reach out to schools you academically qualify to attend that have your sport, offer athletic scholarships, and you to feel you can play at that school, that you have the talent to play at that level, whatever it is. It could be NCAA Divisions 1, 2, and 3. It could be NAIA. It could be junior college right now. Maybe you don't have your grades together. Maybe you're not going to be in position to play at the higher levels just yet. Everybody doesn't go the same path, right? Your path may be a little crooked, but you want to get to where you want to get to. You want to continue playing as long as you can possibly play. So you're trying to get in position for that. And so Athletic SOS is the way to do it. The software does not cost you any money. Please, please, please use the software, share with other people, because it allows you to see your options and opportunities, and that's what it's all about. Here's the next thing we want to do. You want to find out if you're going to do travel club and things like that, where are they going? Where are they going to be? Are they going to be in the region for the schools that you saw in Athletic SOS? Are you going to be nearby? Especially if it's not D1. The NCAA Division 2, Division 3, NAIA, a lot of those schools don't have a budget to send their coaches all around the country to see you play. So again, the streaming is really important, but they'd love to see you in person. They're going to watch you as you come on the court, how you interact with your teammates, how you interact with the coaches. Do you come in there with your head down? Are you isolated all the time? If you're an individual sport, how do you prepare? Are you very calm? What's your demeanor? What happens at the moment when things get a little bit shaky? In person, it's a completely different story than what I see on film or video. I can't tell necessarily what's going on. I can guess, but I can feel it if I'm in the room with you. And so you want to be going into those areas. If you see a school that's all the way across the country, is your travel club team at that level where they're going to travel all across the country? So find out about that. Are there competitions you can go to across the country? Do I want to go to a camp for one of the schools that I'm really, really interested in? Is that someplace I want to go to? But whatever you do, you have to be in a position either to get in front of those coaches personally, or you need to be playing against kids at that level. People always ask me about the different rating and those kind of organizations that are rating and ranking you. Yes, they can be important. If you're in those tournaments, you may get ranked anyway. But one of the things I found, especially when my daughter was coming up, there's some kids that already have the reputation. And now that I've been in this business, I see what happens behind the scenes. And sometimes you just can't control that. Sometimes somebody's going to get that ranking. Somebody's going to be perceived a certain way. Somebody's going to be in the top 10, the top 25, the top 50, the people to watch, the high risers, the early high risers, all that kind of stuff. And you may not get there. But if you're on the court, or if you're on the field, or if you're playing against them, you're at a combine and you're competing against them, now you got to just show what you can do. That's all you have to do. And I do know there is, and this is just life, those coaches have to make a decision. And at some point, they will take the decision of someone else. Like I said, those writers or those people that are doing those rankings, they may take what they do. But that's not the coach that's going to be around very long. It's the coaches that can find the talent. They can see it. They can sense it. It fits what they do. That's where you want to go anyway. So use Athletic SOS to find the schools that you qualify for, then vet those schools out. Is this someplace I want to be? Does this school fit me? Does their playing style fit me? Where they are in the world? I mean, you know, is it rural? Is it urban? Is it suburban? Is it, what kind of environment is it? What kind of playing style? What kind of kids? Do I go and look at the freshman class and then I look at the senior class? How many of those kids are still there? That's going to give you a vibe for what actually is going on that campus. Is this someplace I want to be if I stop playing? Do they have my major? Do they, what is it all about there? Does it feel right to you? Do I have some family in that area? Do I have, are there people there that I know whose families sent their kid there and they had a great time there? All of these little things you're trying to figure out what you want to do, because I want you guys to learn how to do this stuff, because this is the stuff that's going to change your life later on. Once you learn how to do all this, that's why, even though we have some AI inside of our software now to do some things for us, to automate some things, to fill some things in for us, we don't use it to do the searches. I could very easily say, hey, give me all this information and I'm going to tell you the schools that I think fit you. I'm not going to do that. I want you guys to go and find the schools that fit you. I want you to know who you are and what you're trying to do. And then the final thing I'm going to put on this one is, you guys, when you deciding where you're going to go, right? You're going to be in this club team, this whatever you're going to do. You're going to go to these events. Wherever those events are going to be, I want you to start finding things that interest you outside of your sport that you would like to do, right? And so you're going to go, when you go to these places, you're going to find a way to go visit these other places. Don't just go and play the sport. We're trying to create this world for you that's bigger than everybody else's world. So that's what we are trying to accomplish here at Sports Solutions, Athletic SOS. And then I've got this cool e-commerce site, but it's not really just e-commerce. It's going to be about experiences. It's going to be about products. It's going to be about science. It's going to be about apparel. It's going to be about all these things. And I want you guys to decide who you're going to be. You're starting to build who you are and where you want to be when you get finished. And then here's the final one, and then I'll let everybody go on this one. We want to make connections. We're trying to, when you guys go to these events, don't just stick with your team, or if you're in an individual sport, don't just stay to yourself. You want to meet people, your competitors. I know you guys are competitors on the field, on the court, or in the competition. Yeah, that's cool. But you want to meet those people and go and find out who they're all about and who they are. Make a connection with them if you can. You're not going to connect with everybody. But what you're trying to do now is you're going to build a group of people around you that are really cool people. What you're looking for, are they cool people? Are they good people? Are they the kind of person you would hang out with anyway? And I know a lot of you guys are individualists. Some people, when you're young, you've got these social anxieties, all that stuff. I get that. But there's somebody just like you on another team. Even on your team, I get it. You're going to be close to your team anyway. Connect with somebody. I mean, really connect with them. You're going to need that. This athletic lifestyle is very lonely. Even if you were on a big team and all that kind of stuff. You've got all this pressure on you. You've got to be good in school. You got to take take the SAT, ACT. That's the other thing. Start getting ready to take those tests. You want to be in that position and get into the NCAA and NAIA eligibility centers. Those are big deals right now. So make sure you get in there, but take the SAT and take the ACT. Take both tests. They're a little bit different in how you think and how you perceive the world. So make sure you take both of those because you want to be in the best position. Again, getting back to make those connections with other people. You're going to need that as you move forward. And if you get enough really cool people in your world, it will change your entire life. I promise you. All right, guys, as always, best of luck to you. So remember, you're trying to do a couple of things here. You're trying to position yourself to be the person that someone offers an athletic scholarship because of who you are and what you can do in your sport. That's ace. That's the first thing. You're also trying to go out here and can you force perception? And I think you can. So you're trying to say when someone sees you, the way you move, the way you do things, the way you play, the way you approach the game, your knowledge of the game, your understanding, your athletic ability, your technical ability for the sport, what do they see? Can you create a perception in their mind of this is the kid that I want because of what? What is it that you're bringing that's special? And there is something that you're bringing that's special, or you wouldn't even be doing this. And then the final piece is you're starting to build these assets up. You're going to go to these places. You're going to find the things that you like to do in life, and you're going to use your athletic ability to get you closer to what you want to do when you're done playing. And eventually you'll be done playing. My goal is you play the sport your whole life, but competitively, let's say you get to 35, 40, you played professionally, or you went to the Olympics, you got to 25, 26, you still played, you still participated. That's cool. Now what? And that's what we're going to get you guys ready for. So our main thing is we're going to take your athletic ability and we're going to leverage it so that you can have a remarkable life. And that's what we're all about. So follow us. I'm going to really dig into this stuff a little bit more as we move forward. But I do know, it's February right now. You got March. April is when the spring stuff starts and it gets ready. For those of you that play a spring sport, to get Athletic SOS right now, today, you can just go on there, register, have your parent register you, and you start finding some schools. Do not go into your season, your high school season, without coaches knowing you exist. That makes absolutely no sense. The software does not cost anything to use. We don't sell your information. We're not trying to trick you with anything. Like I said, we're going to create an e-commerce, and then I'm going to come back to you guys and say, hey, help me keep this available for everyone else. But it doesn't cost you anything to use it. You need to know who you are, where you're trying to go, and we're going to help you get there. That's what we try to do. And you're going to help yourself get there, and you're going to put yourself in the best place where you have just complete joy while you're there participating as you move forward. All right, guys, as always, best of luck in all your endeavors, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.